Later this month, Ozzy Osbourne will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the second time. First with Black Sabbath, but this time as a solo artist. And in a new podcast episode on the Madhouse Chronicles, Ozzy Osbourne is opening up about a struggle with sobriety. In recent years, Ozzy has faced a lot of pain, multiple surgeries, that Parkinson's diagnosis, which has prohibited him from being up on stage as he has hoped to be. Now, there have been rumblings possibly about a final show for Ozzy with Black Sabbath, maybe one with his solo as well. Sharon alluded to that earlier this year, but as of yet, we have no word on that. There are also some rumors that Ozzy could even be performing at his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. We'll have to see if that is to occur. But over the years, Ozzy has also struggled with sobriety. Of course, there are those stories from early in his career when he was truly off the rails, but in recent years, he has been sober until recently when he says that he's not completely sober anymore. Here's what we know. The 75-year-old legendary rock star opened up on a new episode of his podcast with Billy Morrison, the Madhouse Chronicles. He reflected on his rampant drug use over the years during his career, but in recent years, Ozzy is said to have been sober, but not so these days. He revealed he's not completely sober, but Ozzy says his life is much better today as compared to the years of drug use. Over the last decade, Ozzy has unfortunately had to endure numerous painful surgeries, and he says he spoke to a friend who recommended trying microdosing ketamine. He said, "I went to a doctor recently because somebody I know very well started to have this ketamine. I go, and he put a tiny bit in me, but that was enough to spark me." After that, Ozzy realized he has no plans to try that again, or no plans to use any hard drugs. He said, "For me, that's lighting the fuse. One's too many, and 10's never enough," a phrase that's well known among participants in Alcoholics Anonymous. And while he says he's much happier now than during the years of heavy drug use, he revealed he's not completely sober. He said, "I use a bit of marijuana from time to time. Of course, the marijuana use is of low concern." And Ozzy says he feels lucky for his wife, Sharon. She'll make sure he'll never use harder drugs. He says, "My wife kicks my butt all the time. She would make my life so difficult." But Ozzy points out, even though he's only using marijuana, he says Sharon will find it and she'll throw it out when she locates it in the house. He said, even the marijuana, she'll find it and get rid of it. But Ozzy had a powerful message for those out there who have been caught in the throes of addiction. He says there is help out there for you, and there are truly people who care. And he talks about the help that he got by going to meetings, and he even wondered aloud if maybe he should start going back. He said, "The message is, if you are out there and you're using dope and you want to get off, there is plenty of help. AA is a 12-step program that got me sorted out to a certain degree. I don't go to meetings myself anymore, but maybe I should. I don't know." Ozzy then shared a story of how he was about to use drugs in a bathroom before he spotted a police officer nearby. He said, "I bent down and I see these black boots standing at the urinal. It's a cop. I'm standing on one leg with a tube of coke, waiting for this guy to finish his piss so I could blow it. It was killing me, but I was determined to do it." Now, Ozzy has a special night ahead of him on October 19th, where he will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist, with Black Sabbath being entered back in 2006. And there are some very special guests on hand to pay tribute to the legend on this night. Ozzy Osbourne recently told Rolling Stone that he's still wrapping his head around being inducted. He said, "I don't know what to think. I'm still in shock that I'm getting inducted for a second time. But at the same time, I'm very excited." Actor and Tenacious D singer Jack Black will have the tremendous honor of inducting Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy said, "Jack invited my family to the School of Rock movie premiere in 2002. I've always been a big fan of his. Jack is one of the few great actors that is also a genuine rock and roller and not acting the part." The Hall of Fame ceremony will include a special tribute paying homage to Ozzy's solo career. And there have been rumblings that even Ozzy himself could take the stage, but he didn't offer a comment to Rolling Stone on that. Among the performers on hand for the big night include Billy Idol, Tool frontman Maynard James Keenan, and Jelly Roll. Ozzy reacted to the star-studded guest list. He said, "Billy Idol is a rock icon. His music is timeless. Billy Idol should be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame." And on Maynard James Keenan, he says, Maynard has been a true family friend since '97. He's such a creative force. There are few artists who can keep 3 successful bands going for multiple decades. And it turns out Ozzy is a big Jelly Roll fan. He said, "Who doesn't love Jelly Roll? His voice is soulful, pure, and dirty. I'm honored that someone would do this for me who I've never had the pleasure of meeting." It's going to be a special night for Ozzy Osbourne, and while he was inducted with Black Sabbath, it's certainly also warranted that he's going to have the honor for his solo career, and it'll be great to see all of these massive artists performing a tribute to Ozzy, and who knows, maybe Ozzy himself could even take the stage. There's been some strong innuendo that that could be happening, but we'll have to see. And it's likely that they don't want to make any announcements because they want to see how he's feeling at that time. But if that happens, it'll just be an even more special moment on top of an already incredible evening. So it's so great to see Ozzy getting the respect that he deserves. Such an icon, and it's hard to even put into words how much of an impact he's had on music for many, many decades. That's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates. Appreciate y'all.